Black, the yoga coach, and I'm grateful that you are tuning in with me today. I'm doing a little quick fix for your midday blues or morning blues. This is going to be a basic Sun Salutation power added on class for 30 minutes. So join me, and I wanted to share with you a little thought that comes from a reflections deck from the Virtues Project on optimism. Optimism is this positive, cheerful outlook, as we know. When we are optimistic, we are hopeful. Even when others have lost faith, we believe that good has the power to prevail over evil. And if you've ever met somebody who is pessimistic about life, it's really refreshing to have a positive outlook on life, because we move differently and it's easier to get things done in our day without having that dampened feeling of gloom and doom. So we're going to just kind of lift that today, let it go off of your shoulders, and not allow yourself to be victimized or by setbacks or losses, because setbacks and losses are part of our growth process. So rather seeing the silver lining in what happens to us. So follow along with this sequence, and we'll get started with a simple half sun salutation, a series A and a series B. So you'll come to the top of your mat, feet parallel, and plugging into the earth, like feeling grounded, belly firm, shoulders broad and open. And I want you to anchor the ribs so you feel very upright. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. And exhale, let's just take the arms back down. For an angel arm, feeling the air on our sides, the earth beneath us, the heavens above. Take a forward fold, half sun salutation. Inhale to a flat back. I also call this a tabletop. Tailbone pressing back, sternum forward. Exhale, round it down and in. Notice that my knees are a little soft. They're not hyperextended, a little soft. Inhale, come all the way standing, so we're bright and open through the chest. Palms together, hands to your heart. Repeat that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, round it down and in. Inhale all the way to stand. Palms together, hands to your heart. 1 more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, take it forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, round it down and in. Inhale all the way to standing. This is starting to get the blood flow. And think of the sun as we're saluting the sun. Inhale, reaching. How it just glows over everything and everybody. It doesn't take note who is naughty or nice, or who they like or don't like. The sun shines on everybody and everyone to no detriment of its own. So remember that. Let's go chaturanga. So the knees come down, and as we lower, keep it in the back of the body. Inhale to low cobra. Repealing shoulders back away from the ears. Exhale to downward facing dog. Very basic. Take a breath or 2 here. Oh, that's my first one of the day, and it feels really stretchy for my calves. Really all opening for my whole backside. So keep the front side firm, strong with your hands and your commitment. And then we're just going to walk the feet forward. Inhaling to a flat back. And remember, if you've got blocks, you're going to bring them in here. Exhale, round it down and in. And then come all the way standing. So the heart lifting, leading. Palms together, hands to your heart. Let's do that 2 more times and just feel the heart rate going up and how we're energizing the body. Exhale, forward fold. Getting it warm. Inhale. Flat back. Plant the hands, step back into plank. And we'll take a chaturanga. Once again, knees down, lowering. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep the breath flow even. Inhaling for 5 counts, exhaling for 5 counts with the flow and the movement. And then step forward. Bring the blocks in. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, round it down and in. Inhale, come all the way to stand. Palms together, hands to your heart. Add, again, inhale, reaching. Exhale, forward fold. And if I'm counting right, this is number 3. Inhale to a flat back, tabletop. Exhale, plant the hands. So you're going to move your blocks out. You always want to be on stable ground for a chaturanga. If this is hurting your wrist, you can make a fist until those wrists start to shape up and get strengthened. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra. No hands or no wrists at all. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're pushing back up. Pressing through the fingertips. Oh, that feels good. I'm going to add on here a little bit. So we're going to come up onto the balls of the feet, bend your knees, and then jump forward. Inhale, blocks in, flat back, exhale, round it down and in. Inhale all the way to stand. Palms together, hands to your heart. That's series B. So let's take the weight back in the heels. And when you sit in Utkatasana, it's not very dainty. So we're not here scooping the tailbone under. We're actually taking the butt back and spreading the sit bones, taking the inner thighs wide through the groin towards the back body, towards the back wall, and then bringing the arms overhead and holding that for a breath or two. And you really have to stay strong in the belly to hold that pose. It's taxing on the quads. We're warming up, really moving deeper now, vigorously. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the blocks in. Just use those blocks. They're awesome. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step all the way back to your plank and chaturanga. I'll do this from my toes, but you can also come to the knees. Inhale, low cobra, or you can also take it into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to step the right leg to the top of the mat, bring the back foot to the floor, and sweep the arms overhead. It's important to really stabilize the back leg. So I'm going to have you come forward here in diagonal, and then just scoop the hips wider and broader back, which gives you a deeper crease here. Then pull the belly in, push down through your heel. Activate the feet. So we're really using everything from the ground up. And then snake the arms overhead. Nice. Exhale, hands to the floor. And if this process, I'm skipping the chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. You're welcome to put that in. But I'm going to go straight to down dog. Then step the opposite foot forward. Press the back heel to the floor. Hands to the thigh again. Like, let's just check it out. I want you to get really broad and strong in that back leg. Thigh lifting up. Belly lifting in. And reach. Oh yeah. We're really starting to get some major muscle strengthening here as we go through our series B. Plant the hands, and now we will take a chaturanga. Knees or no knees, you get to choose. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step hop or jumping your feet to your hands, and I'm going to jump. So what that looks like is coming high onto the balls of the feet, bending the knees. Exhale all the air out. And safely, softly land. Bring your blocks in. Inhale to a flat back. Could be right here. Exhale, round it down and in. And all the way to standing. So it's important not to have your shoulders rounded or your back in harm's way. Really flatten, pull the belly in, lift the shoulders, and press down through the heels. Up to the sky, palms together, hands to your heart. We'll do 2 more of those with a slight variation. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, bring the box in. Step or jump back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg reaching up, inhale, step all the way forward. And on this one, I'm going to keep that back heel lifted. You have the opportunity to, press it down and keep it lifted. Let's take it into this modified warrior one. Let's call it just a crescent lunge. Taking the thumbs back, biceps by your ears, and then reaching the chest upward. Oh, that feels so good. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Again, you're welcome to take a chaturanga. I'm skipping it in lieu of just safety for my wrists. Inhale, lift the left leg. Stepping forward. I'm going to keep that back heel lifted. Remember, we're blossoming the buttocks, as I call it. Scooping the tailbone. Arms overhead. Inhale. Woo. Keep this back thigh activated, actively lifting towards the sky rather than sinking. It's going to be strong. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. That's really starting to feel good. Bend the knees, or step forward. Blocks in, inhale, flat back. Exhale, round it down and in. And then come all the way to standing. Safety first when it comes to your back. I want you to always err on the lighter side. Inhale, Utkatasana. This is our last time through. Exhale, forward fold. Blocks in, inhale, flat back. Exhale, blocks out, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, or just a low cobra. Keep the legs strong. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we're going to reach the right leg again, upward, and then step forward to a low lunge. Coming into a high lunge, inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the floor. Stepping back, downward facing dog, left leg lifting, inhale. Or you just took a vinyasa, which is chaturanga, up dog, down dog. It doesn't matter, we all end up in the same place, right? I want you to gauge how hard you're working and challenge yourself, but stay within a reasonable amount of challenge. Let's step back, this is chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And I just want you to enjoy all of that work. That feels so good. We've saluted the sun in our half, Series A and Series B. And from here, we're going to bring the knees to the floor and extend the right leg out. And then stack hip on hip, shoulder on shoulder. Open the heart and chest between the clavicle and reach the right arm to the sky. And then I want you to look up at your right arm. Make sure that you're high-fiving the direction that you're looking rather than being somewhere out here. That's quite common. And then pull the belly in. And we're going to stretch that arm all the way up and over. At the same time, reaching your back foot to the back edge of your mat. Give it 5 breaths here. It should be very light feeling on this standing hand. To stay out of the wrist, pushing the fingers open more fully through the chest. And then exhale, bring your hands to the floor, and you're going to see this from the back side. So we'll bring the right knee in, open to the left. So rooting down through the fingers, opening. High-fiving the wall again. And your gaze can just be straightforward. Make sure we're not up around the ears, but that it's flowing. Shoulder blades down, the back, and pressing the chest forward. Lovely. One more breath. You really want to start to strengthen this arm. And if you're shaking is good. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor. Then we'll just get off our wrists, but still a lot of challenging here. We're going to go to dolphin. So you'll bring the elbows to the floor, Place your block on in a square right here, and place your thumbs around the block. So your block's going to fit right in that shape. To the mat. Or if you don't have a block, you're doing what I'm doing. And I'm going to hug my forearms in, but still broaden the shoulders out. Right? It's important not to hug the shoulders in, because then your elbows want to go out. Elbows in, shoulders out. And then just get a feel for the movement here. We'll turn the toes under and then lift the hips. Keep pushing them out away, pushing them out away, pushing them out away. So your shoulders remain behind the elbows. And we're in dolphin. 5 breaths here. I've got a pretty good span between my feet and my elbows, so I'm going to walk my feet in and just see what that feels like. And then as I walk my feet in, I don't want to bring my shoulders forward. So I want the hips to go up. So you see, as I walk in, my shoulders remain steady. In fact, I can really just push. I'm pushing really strongly into the floor. I'm feeling a lot of strengthening in the back. And I'm going to walk the feet to the back edge of the mat. Keeping the shoulders behind the elbows. So I don't want to be way up here. I just want to be up behind. And we're going to take about a minute to be in a low plank. And it's important not to round the back. We're going to soften the heart. And it's important not to sag the hips. So we're going to push into the feet to get the hips to lift. Another option is to bring the knees to the floor. And you're noticing that I'm not resting. The knees are just gently to the floor. And they're pressing down and forward. That will lift the hips up a little bit more. And I'm feeling strong sensations in the belly. If you start to feel it in your low back, that's your belly saying, I'm done. And so you need to take a rest and come to the floor. And then come back in a moment. Inhale, I'm just going to take you through a couple of fun things. Lifting the knee, exhale, lower. Left knee, inhale. Exhale, lower. Right knee, inhale. Lifting, exhale, lower. Left knee, inhale. Remember, you're taking a break anytime you need one. But the opportunity is to practice this again and again until you get stronger and stronger to do the whole sequence. And then we'll just gently bring the knees to the floor, really pulling those lower abs. Mula Bandha here. Lift the knees. Oh, now I'm starting to feel a little bit in my low back. So bring the knees to the floor. Release all the way down. And bring the elbows wide. Oh, that was some fantastic work. Okay, take a breath. And then we'll bring the arms to the side. That feels really good to the arms. Shoulders lifting away from the floor, palms up. And then really strongly pushing into the tops of the feet. I'm going to just lift the torso. So this upper half of the body. And making sure my shoulders aren't rotating in. And that my palms aren't rotating up, but they're either by my side. And it's helpful to get those shoulder blades on the back. Lifting higher, and then I'm going to take the feet up. Inhale, lifting, exhale, lengthening, really strong. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lengthening. Inhale, lifting. Make sure your chin isn't way out here, but we're retracting it, and that's going to help the lift. So lift from the crown of the head. Whew. Oh yeah. One more breath. You can do it. You can do it. And exhale, release. And this next move is what I call Superwoman. Or if you're a man, you can call it Superman. You can take the arms out in front, like Superman or woman. You'll keep the forehead on the ground until you lift the arm and leg, and we'll go opposite. So it looks like this. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, release. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Lift, exhale, lengthen. That's important here that when you lift again, that you're lifting with your hamstring, not by pushing into the other leg. Okay. Exhale, release. Right arm, left leg. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale. Lift. And exhale, release. Left arm, right leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Both arms, both legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lift again. And exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And light. One more time. We're doing 3 of each. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lift again. Mula Bandha. Keep your feet energized, inner thighs. Yes, and exhale, release. Oh, nice job. Whew, okay, that does get a person warmed up for the day. That is a perfect warming sequence. So we'll come all the way up into a child's pose. Walking the hands forward, taking the hips back. Five deep breaths here. Up onto hands and knees. I'd like to just finish out with a shoulder stretch. So we're going to take the left arm through, the right arm, lower down, nice easy twist. If you'd like, you can bring that hand around to your back pocket. Inhale, stretch the arm overhead. Coming out slow and gentle. Reach the arms again to the top of the mat. Hips stay high, take a puppy pose. And walk the hands back up. Take the right arm, slip it all the way through. And once again, we're in thread the needle pose. Left arm coming up or staying on the ground. Make sure there's space between the shoulder and the ear here, and we're not collapsed in the neck like this. Really open. And unwind gently. Slowly coming up, sitting on your mat, facing forward. Let's take the right leg underneath the left. Right like that. Oh yeah. And if it feels like your sitting bones are like off the floor, let's just take the opposite leg, the bottom leg straight out. Okay, that's an option. Sitting up nice and tall. And then you're going to turn towards the left. When the body feels like it's energized and has been taken care of, it's always easier for our brains to think optimistically. I hope this practice has energized and optimized your day. We're going to switch the sides now. So again, the bottom leg is straight out. If you've got really tight hips, this is perfectly legit. And you bring the knee in, and then you'll just start to rotate around. So you're looking over the shoulder. Taking 5 deep breaths. This is a great hip stretch. It also opens the abdomen, gets the our internal organs like to wake up and give them a little hug, I like to say, a little massage. And return back to center. Let's take this to the floor for, of course, Shavasana. So bringing the knees in, lowering down slowly and gently to the floor. Hug the knees in. Finish on the floor with just a nice easy spinal twist, arms coming in, goal pose. Rest your wrist. Drop the knees to the right. You know, sometimes it's hard to get the knees all the way down, so a block here would be very helpful. Make sure your knees are resting on the ground or the block. Roll the head from side to side and back again. Back to center with the knees and over to your left. Again, rolling the head side to side. And knees back to center. Let's extend the legs out to the side or the floor. Bring your arms out and rest deeply, relaxing fully into Shavasana. There for at least 2 to 5 minutes. Relax deeply, release fully. With optimism in the midst of dark times, we look to the future with a vision of what is possible. Your body is a miracle. Your mind, it's activist. Linking the two together, there is nothing. You are unstoppable. Unstoppable. Trusting that everything works together for good, nothing can destroy your hope. The optimist sees the rose and not its thorns. The pessimist stares at the thorns, oblivious.